and a wonderful evening to you from Nigeria. You're welcome to Love It once again. And I want to believe that your day was awesome. I want to believe that everything is going on there. And I trust all is well. Okay, as a continuation of our reading activity, let me quickly remind you once again the major focus of our reading. Number one, to help you get fluent better, to improve your spoken English. That's even the major goal. Number two, to help you get your thinking right, to help you think right. Just simple as that. For tonight, by the special grace of God, I'm sure God helping us. Of course, God has helped us really to this far. And I'm sure it will help us, it will help us farther than this. Hello, friend. You are listening to me today. It's a proof that I have value to deliver to you. Yes, I know myself that God sent me to you. And in any way I've been equipped to deliver the values to you, I will do the best I could to do this. So once again, let's dive in straight into our reading activity for tonight. The major focus, of course, while we're reading, I will want you to be taking note of, we want you to be taking note of when I use article, uh, the one we normally say a, that we call a school, a pencil, a boy, a cat, a table. I want you to know today or tonight that it's not correct for someone to call it a. It's not a. Whenever you're speaking or reading, when you mean to make use of that article in your speech, then it should never make a strong sound. It should never. It should make a weak sound. You see, I said a weak sound. Exactly what it should make. A weak sound. A weak sound. So, in the course of my reading, you will hear me mentioning uh, uh, instead of saying a. And I want you to also learn to use that on your own. Okay? Now, instead of you saying, get me a plate, I'm expecting you to say, get me a plate. Instead of you saying, a man came here this afternoon. No, you should say, a man. A man came here this afternoon. So, please don't forget to hit the subscription button for more valuable content like this. Okay? And don't forget to like, comment. Of course, in the course of this training or of this live, I will be instructing you to drop us any comment that's were round during the reading here. So that's it. Now take note also. Apart from helping you get fluent, I have told you, you get motivated also. Of course, the title of a book remains Thinking for a Change. That's the title of a book. That's the title of the book. And before we continue, please, I want you to help me drop in the comment section what you've learned so far. If you haven't watched, if you haven't watched um, some chapters that we have recorded, some chapters of Thinking for a Change that I've covered and I've recorded, the lives, try to do. A lot of lessons are there for you to learn. Lessons to get you fluent, lessons to get you think right. Yes, I needed to. You know, life is very important. I don't know if you take note of that. Life is very important. I needed to keep this at the back of your mind when it comes to life. When I am sharing a live video with you, it's a great opportunity because a live video will help you discover secret. Okay, what makes this person even get fluent? Is this person a ghost? Is this person is he an alien? And imagine, I'm not hiding anything from anyone. This is where you get the reality of who Laverick is. You see, if you turn to watch videos that I've edited and created, those ones are just additions. They just edited. They are just, should I call it, packaged. But this is where we get to meet one-on-one here. And that is the fact here. So let's dive into a reading here. We are continuing with the thinking in the right place, putting yourself in the right place to think, putting yourself in the right place to think. That's what we're continuing with. Okay, and we have touched few areas. We've touched two aspects of areas and places where we can think. Let me quickly remind you here. We said just as a seed cannot grow in just any area, a seed cannot fulfill its potential in just any area. So also thinking requires environment, the suitable environment. It requires the suitable nutrients to make the to make it manifest and put out its potentials. And the first thing is we talked about the first thing. Oh, let me come back again, please. The title of the title of the chapter 3 is Master the Process of Intentional Thinking. The process that intentional thinking takes. The first process is that environment matters for a process thinking of intentional thinking to gain maximum manifestation of all potentials. So we need to master the process of intentional thinking. And we have talked about the first thing. Number one is that you must find a place to think your thoughts. I don't want to dwell much on that again. According to John C. Maxwell, he says he has three very important places where he thinks. Number one, in his car. You can choose to think in your car. Do you know that the time you take to think determines how far you go in life? Do you know this? And I'm not talking about thinking irrationally. I'm talking about time you take to meditate, to think, because in thinking, ideas flow, initiatives are born. I am telling you secret of successful people here. I've read this book and I've got to know that wow. So one of the things we're getting right in life is the way we think. The all of the game of the successful people in life, half of it or 90% of it is thinking. And that's exactly what this man says. Um, this man, yes, that's what Danny Ozark says. He says half of this game is 90% mental. 90% mental. So without wasting our time again, um, John C. Maxwell says, apart from thinking in his car, he thinks on planes. Apart from that, he thinks in a spa when he's having a cold shower. Inspiration flows. And I've even discovered this thing thoroughly. If I find myself in the bathroom and I'm pouring water myself, I am showering, I tend to see that, or I do discover that some initiatives, I discover inspiration. At times, I just find myself singing, inspiration to sing. At times, thoughts will come in. I don't know, maybe what brings that effect is the water I pour on myself. I don't know, but I just know that that's what I discover. Excuse me, please. That's what I discover. That's what I discover. So let's talk here. And number two, also we talk about the shaping time thrill. Me because it embodies. We talk about the shaping times. Times we shape our thought. And that shaping time, what a shaping time thrills embodies. We talk about the humor. That is when we take our time to sit down and think through in the right or at the right place. We find the right place to shape our thought. There are few things that we are going to notice. Number one, humor is one of them. The thought that don't work often provide comic relief. Number two, we talk about humility. The moment when I connect with God or me, times you think, times you meditate. The most important part of the time is the time when you have communication with God, connection with God, when you are alone. We call it silent time, quiet time, time that you reason with your Creator. You ask Him, what is the next all the way forward? That kind of time is very important for anyone who will be successful in life. Very serious. Okay. Number three talks about excitement. I love to play out an idea mentally. I call it featuring it. John C. Maxwell said. Now, the next one is creativity. In this moment, I am unhampered by reality. That is, this is where creativity emerges. The next one is fulfillment. God made me for this process. Its use is my greatest gift and gives me joy. You discover this only when you are at the right place, The you shape your thought. These are some of the things you discover. You will discover honesty. According to Johnson Maxwell here, he said, as I turn over an idea in my mind, I discover my true motives. You will discover the true motives. You will discover the true motives. You will know that, okay, I think the motive behind this is because of my selfish gain. I have to work on this. You are discovering that because you are at the right place shaping your thought. And the next one I have is passion. It talks about passion. When you shape your thought, you find out what you believe and what really counts. When you choose to shape your thought, when you are at the right place, but you could shape your thought. You find out what you believe, and you will know exactly what counts. The next one is change. Most of the changes I've made in my life resulted from through thorough thinking on a subject. Not only thinking on a subject, shaping the thought. That is the power of it. We talked about number two. You should find a place to stretch your thought. Apart from you finding a place to think, a place to shape the thought. Now, there is also a place to stretch your thought. Huh, I love this. It says if you come upon great thought and spend time mentally shaping them, don't think you are done and you can stop there. No. If you do, you will miss some of the most valuable aspects of the thinking process. So, we must choose to find a place to stretch our thought. Very important. Now, I see what I'm seeing that clear here now. It says, if you really want to take an idea to the highest level, ask others to help you. Excuse me, you cannot succeed alone in life. God has not created a man to rise alone. He will give him wings. Wings will help him fly farther. It will give him feathers. Feathers to fly, or wings to fly farther. Who are feathers? People. Don't forget, your service is unto people and unto God, right? You need this too also to rise in life. You need God. Of course, above all, you need God. And don't forget, above you getting God, or above you getting people, get God. Above you getting, just make sure that people are part of your journey in life. You're serving people. Help will come from people because God sent help to you through people. So if you don't have the ability to keep people, to satisfy them and keep them coming, then okay. Now I have a quote here with me which I want to keep in mind. The right thought plus the right people in the right environment at the right time for the right reason equals the right result. I'll read this again. The right thought plus the right people in the right environment at the right time for the right reason The right equals the right result. This is very powerful. Now, all the combination we've just mentioned now, it's hard to beat. Exactly what John C. Maxwell wrote here. It's hard to beat. Let's talk about the right thought here, number one. Everything must generally begin with the seed of an idea, just as George Gardner once observed. Thought is perhaps the forerunner and even the mother of ideas. And ideas are the most powerful and the most useful things in the world. So, apart from the right thought, let's talk about the right people that we mentioned the other time. When you expose an idea to the right people, what happens? Incredible things can happen. The original thought often grows along with its vision, power, and impact. Who are the right people to stretch a vision? They are ones who love you. That's a question there. Let me drop it in the comment section. Answer me in the comment section. Who are the right people who can bear your thought or your vision? They say the people that love you. The people that love you. Not only love you, they embrace your vision, they know you and they strengthen your vision. And who complement, they're those who complement you and enlarge your vision. They are the few who stretch a thought before you land it with many. Some of the people in my thinking life and the areas where they stretch my thinking include now. He listed a number of people, successful people also, with whom he has shared his thought, the right people. Now, I don't know if I talk about this the other time. I'll continue from this. The right environment. The right environment. The right environment. The environment will either stretch or shrink your ideas. In the right environment, thinking is valued. Ideas flow freely. Fresh eyes are welcome. Change is expected. Questions are encouraged. Egos are checked. Ideas stimulated. Ideas stimulate better ideas. And thinking generates teamwork. If you're stuck in a wrong environment, listen, then find one that encourages you. If you're stuck in the wrong environment, find one that encourages you. If you're a leader, then realize that you're creating the environment you're in. The responsibility for making it better rests on you. The responsibility to make anything better, that responsibility is depends on you. The responsibility rests on you. That's it. Let's talk about the right time. Ideas are fragile things that they first see the light of day. If you try to compliment them too early or introduce them while there are more naysayers than supporters, They won't survive. Emperor on renovation to run belief to get uh, hmm. Hey, I can see a quote here which I need to share with you. Write it on a piece of paper and let it be at the back of your mind every time. To be right too soon is to be wrong. To be right too soon is to be wrong. To be right too soon is to be wrong. I repeat, to be right too soon is to be wrong. Thank you. Let's talk about this. The right reason. JP Morgan said, a man always has two reasons for doing anything, a good reason and a real reason. We're talking about motives here. Motives matter. Thank you. Well, I want to thank you for watching because I've been feeling sleepy tonight. I'll still even come back to this live. But I first need to check exactly what I've done tonight. And as I said, I will come back this very night also. But please, I need you to stay tuned. I would like to go offline now because I need to do a couple of things. I'm feeling sleepy even. That's it. So we're coming back for the reading. We're returning for the reading soon, please. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.